Good, good.
How ready are you to start this new era here?
I'm ready. I'm actually done beating up on guys in practice. I want to go do it against somebody else.
What are you the most excited for right now?
Right now, just winning with my teammates. Because we go in here, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but like, it doesn't go on any record or anything like that. So I just wanted to count, do it with my family.
How well do you think the team's adapted to the new culture here?
Really well. Coach Cronin is just a great teacher, a great leader. He just wants you to do well as a person first, then as a player. So it's kind of hard not to get along with that.
What have you thought about Shareef O'Neal since he's been back playing with you guys?
That's my favorite player. Nah, it's just because everything he's went through and all that stuff, and I know what that's like to get over like a big mountain. So just a lot of props to him.
What's he look like in practice? What do you think he can bring to you guys?
Effort and intensity. Of course, it's going to take some time to get back into like how he was and everything like that, but I think he made really great strides.
Have you helped him, since you brought it up, overcoming a pretty intense situation like he did as well? Have you helped him with your own experience?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, we've been through the same thing, so to look at him, it's kind of like looking in the mirror a little bit, but he's picking up way faster than I did.
What has the new coaching staff brought to your game to help you develop?
I would say just go hard and 100% intensity at all times. Just like I would take plays off, and that's not the best I could play. And Coach Cronin just wants the best out of you, kind of more than what you want out of yourself. So.
And taking plays off is not an option here?
Oh, nah, not at all.
I heard that Shareef's dad was at least one of your practices. What was that like to have Shaq around watching you guys as you practice?
Well, you see the door. I go in there. I go through one of those doors. You have to open up both of them, then hope he fits through. So, but nah, it was great because having such a legend sit right there, it's just like, what can you do but not go 110%? So yeah.
Is it hard to focus with him in the gym?
It's kind of weird because like you come in and then you'll be like, oh, that's Shaq. You can keep on playing whatever. But then you sit on the sideline, you're like, that is a big human being. And he's sitting right there, and then you just start thinking like, how do people guard him? Like, and then you remember his highlights, like he pushed around grown men. So then you like, oh wait, I'm in practice. Like I'm still practicing, and then you just like, oh, it's Shaq there. So I don't know. It's just for me, it's one of my favorite players ever. So.
Did he talk to you or Cody or any other big men, just tips or anything? Or
yeah, of course. And I would say, I think the year before or last year, he actually came in the locker room and talked to all of us as a team, as a unit, and really just gave us words of wisdom about like his career and what he's been through in college, and it was a really great experience.
Thank you.
So I was talking to Coach Cronin. He said that he references movies a lot, and some of those go over some guys' heads. Have you had an experience with that yet?
Man, Coach Cronin references a lot, and mostly all of it goes over my head because of the age difference and everything like that, but it's funny.
Was there anyone he said that you knew?
Too many cameras around, man. That's it. All right, thank you.
Thank you. How ready are you for this new season on Wednesday?
How ready?
I'm excited, I guess. Yeah.
So I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I feel like you guys are just ready to kind of show all this hard work that you put in.
Yeah. We're excited, with the new system and whatnot that we're in. We're excited to show it off, and just to play somebody else. Everybody's pretty much excited just to play somebody else.
What do you think will be the biggest eye-opener for fans that have been around for a while, that they'll say, wow, this team is, amazing in this department, or this really impresses me?
I just say, I don't know. Probably obviously our defense is going to be a lot better. Just the effort. Everyone's going to come out there and play hard. We can dive on the floor. Every ball, every 50-50 balls going to be ours. Just the effort part. It's going to be pretty high.
He talked about the deflections after the game the other night. Is that posted somewhere in the locker room, or does he get that out on like a stat sheet, or how do you guys find out about that?
The managers keep the stats every practice, and that's like the main one. So it's on the stat sheet, as well as points, rebounds, etc. So yeah, it's a stat managers keep track of, and coach knows every single practice.
And do you guys know as well? Can you see it?
We ask, yeah.
Oh, you ask.
And we get the deflection leader is always on the board.
Okay.
And
was that the same at the exhibition game the other night? Did he make a big point of saying who had the most deflections at the game?
all the time, deflections is big emphasis. We had a list, and then everyone with their amount of deflections. That's what we did for the exhibition.
Long Beach State has had a lot of turnover the past year. How have you kind of gone about scouting them, preparing for them?
Say that again.
Long Beach State's had a lot of turnover, like roster turnover. How have you kind of prepared for them?
What do you mean roster turnover?
Like
New players.
11 new players.
I don't even know their roster. We've yet to dive into them. We just know they play hard, and we're coming in to play harder than they do, beat them at their own game.
Shareef coming back this year, what have you seen from him? What can he bring to this team?
Versatility. Like a lot of the guys on the team, we can play multiple positions. Shareef, he's got God-given talent. The dude can run the floor like no one else, and he can pretty much play any position on the court as well. And he just brings more size as well. And I don't know. I'd say versatility is the biggest one. He can be all over the floor.
And Shaq is here watching you guys practice. Is that fun for you to have him here watching you guys?
Fun. I don't care who's on the sides. I'm in between the lines. All I care about is Nick Cronin and his coaching staff.
How's the transition been for you personally, especially on the defensive end?
Say that one more time.
Especially on the defensive end, how's the transition been for you?
It's not much of a transition. No matter what, you want to play as hard as you can at all times. The defense is a little different with the stance and whatnot, as you know, with Cronin's previous teams and how they face the ball and whatnot. That's the biggest one. But I mean, defense is defense at the end of the day.
I was talking to Coach Cronin, and he talking about how he references movies a lot. He said you were kind of the guy who picked up on most of the stuff. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm just an old head. My dad shows me a lot of stuff from like his childhood, so I know a lot from like a lot of stuff that I shouldn't know, stuff that's a long time before I was even born. So that's just thanks to my dad. But yeah, I get a couple quotes that he gets. If I don't know, I ask him. I haven't caught on like 2 of them. But yeah, if I don't know, I ask him.
What would be an example of one that you got that you picked up on?
I can't even remember. It was one, I can't remember the last one, but it was something about somebody that was going crazy hard. And he I forget the name. But like after I laughed at it because I knew what it meant, but I was like, where is that from? I hadn't seen the movie. I didn't go see it either. But I can't remember an exact example.
Does he bring it up nonchalantly, or does he say, well, from this?
Nah, he's like a joking guy. So like, you know, if anything happens, he'll connect it to something else just to lighten the load, make you not feel as bad. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's like clockwork with him. It's normal. With criticism comes a joke. So.
Everyone good?
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Being back has been great. You know, last year I had the chance to sit and watch the competition I was going to play and see how the college game is different from high school. And now that I'm back, I feel like I fit in pretty well. We have our first game Wednesday. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. The exhibition game went great. Practice has been great. Everybody's been doing what coach said, so I'm just looking forward to see how the year's going to go.
What is that biggest difference between high school and college?
The physicality. You know, in high school, I could go from playing a kid that's 14 years old. In college, I can go play a kid that's 23 years old. And in high school, the height difference is kind of very different. You can play a kid who's really short. In college, everybody's kind of the same. And in college, everyone is here for a reason. They're on scholarship for a reason. So the game is really good in college. So that's the difference I see.
The game on Wednesday, do you have any like visitors coming out, family, to watch your first game?
I have my whole family coming. I'm pretty sure my dad, my mom, both sides of the family are going to come down, watch me play, because like I said, we've all been waiting for this moment for a really long time.
Is it a bit of a distraction being the son of Shaq, or do you just, once the ball's tipped off, it's all business?
It's all business. You know, when I was younger, I kind of used to think it was a distraction. I would play a game. He would come, all the attention would go to him, but I feel like he kind of lets me do my own thing. Our games aren't really that similar, so I feel like it's not a big distraction anymore.
You had a pretty serious situation last year that kept you out. Can you talk to us about how you overcame that situation that brought you right now to this place on the cusp of your college career?
Yeah, overcoming that was hard. I had a really big support system from UCLA and from my family, and I feel like that was the biggest part. The mental part was probably the hardest, but I had everybody behind me pushing me back up. My family did everything they could to help me. The staff and all the team did everything they could to help me. So it was a long process, but now that it's over, it felt like it went by in the blink of an eye.
Talk about the mentality that you had to have to overcome all that, and what did you learn about yourself as a human being during that process?
During that process, I learned without basketball, I was a pretty creative person. I found ways to make my time go by, and by just watching a lot of movies. I just got out the house a lot more. Usually with basketball, after practice, I usually just went to sleep, played video games, but in that process, I got to learn a lot of things about myself and spend a lot of time with my family and friends.
I was talking to Coach Cronin about how he's a big movie guy too. Have you bonded with that now that you've kind of caught up on a bunch? Or?
No, we haven't talked about movies. It's usually basketball talk, but I didn't know he was a big movie guy. We got to talk about some movies sometime.
He says he references stuff a lot.
Oh,
and he goes over guys' heads.
He does. He references a lot of movies that I haven't seen before. I'm pretty sure they're a little bit older movies, but yeah.
Anything you're gonna try to see, like that he's kind of tipped you off on?
I forgot the name of the movie, but I gotta ask him. It was one movie I wanted to see that he was talking about.
What's been your dad's biggest advice to you going into your college career?
My dad's biggest advice was just play your game. He said he's not gonna be in the way. He said when he was in college, his dad didn't tell him how to do anything, so he's not gonna do the same for me. He's just gonna let me enjoy the college life and play. That's the advice he gives me. He kind of just lets me do my own thing. He just says play your game. You know how to play basketball. You came this far. Just see how far it'll take you. Listen to your coaches. And he says don't worry about the outside noise. Just focus on the team and winning the game.
Coach Cronin said a while back that you're probably the most tested athlete in the history of UCLA. Just making sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Is your mentality? Do you even think about it anymore?
Yeah, it pops up a lot. You know, I get the question asked every day. Am I back playing? Am I okay? It's something that's in my head, but when I'm playing, I really don't think about it anymore. I know people probably have a lot of questions in their head after the surgery, but it's not something that bothers me. I don't worry about it when I play. I just go out there and play my game.
Do you have really wearing like a monitor or anything?
Yeah, I wear a monitor just to see. It's not for any other purposes besides research, just to kind of see how my heart went, how my heart rate was before then. Before the surgery, I used to wear one just to see how it reacted. Now we wear one just to see the research on how it's better. So that's I only wear it sometimes during practice, but during the game, I'm free.
So with that, everything is 100%?
Everything's 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Good job.